Underdog Fantasy is the place to play if you're a fan looking to cash in on some of your favorite athletes' performances. Available in over 30 states, including New York, California, and Texas. Just call your shot on higher or lower on 2 or more player stats for your chance to win real money. Use our promo code KFTV for up to $1,000 in bonus cash plus a free pick. So download the Underdog Fantasy app today and turn every bucket into a W. I know some of y'all were like, here we go again with this team. We can't have nice things. Every time they go up, they come back down with a letdown game and they play down to the competition. And I hear it, but, from watching this game, I saw a good Pelicans defense that was really playing to its potential. This Pelicans team had been decimated by injuries all year, Zion and Brandon Ingram, but even their wings. And so, you see this Pelicans team and you see that they're, 28th in defensive rating and all of that. But it's like, is that really who they are? Because when you look out there on the court, you got Trey Murphy III, Herb Jones, who was picking up Jalen Brunson, DeJounte Murray. They really shouldn't be that bad. Plus a scrapper at the 5 spot in Yves Missy, a guy who I like a lot. So the Knicks had their work cut out for them. They put 2 on the ball on Jalen Brunson. They were trapping him on a lot of the pick and rolls. They put the Knicks in a zone, especially in the second quarter, and the Knicks could not shoot out of it. And so, the Knicks just were not, they were just not clicking on all cylinders in the first half. 35% the Knicks shot in the first half, 6 of 21 from downtown. Knicks shot 45 points. Knicks scored 45 points in the first half. What's the tale of two halves, man? And especially our guy, Captain Clutch, Jalen Brunson, would not let his team be denied. He played with a mean streak. 13 straight points in that third quarter. Was absolutely unstoppable. And the Knicks as a team scored 33 points in that third quarter, shot 6 of 7 from downtown. So that was the turning point of the game. It was all JB who sparked it. And that's the thing, man. When you're playing up against a good defense like that and they stifling you and the supporting cast can't get the job done, you got to go to your best shot creator. You got to go to your superstar, and he has to spark it. And that's what he did. And it wasn't really much like from the adjustment standpoint. Like when you look at that third quarter that he had, yes, the Knicks were still trying to shake Herb Jones off of him. They were trying to get the wings off of him, trying to get him on the CJ McCollums of the world, setting the double screens to force the Pelicans to switch the lesser defender on to Brunson. But a lot of it was just Brunson just making tough shots. He made tough shots over Herb Jones. He took DeJounte Murray off the dribble into the paint. He took Trey Murphy III off the dribble into the paint. He took some tough threes. That's what superstars do. That's what superstars do. It's good offense. It's good defense, but better offense. And so that was a good job by Jalen Brunson, especially in that third quarter. And then from there, they got into a rhythm. Everybody followed suit. Karl-Anthony Towns kind of broke out of his slump that he was dealing with. Yeah, Josh Hart getting into the action. So everybody kind of followed suit from there. And then that was it. Knicks got the job done, get the W, and walked out of there victorious. But, you got to cut down on the turnovers. They had 17 turnovers tonight. Gave the Pelicans 23 points off of those turnovers. So they gave the Pelicans a lot of confidence, especially in that first half. But I didn't really think it was going to last. I didn't think that was sustainable. Because the Pelicans offensively really weren't doing anything that the Knicks had to fear per se. It was just the Knicks offense just had to get out of that rut. Clean up the turnovers and start making shots. The Knicks are a jump shooting team. They are a shot making team. So you got to go out there and play a game. First half, it wasn't falling for them. Second half, it was. And that was all sparked by the captain. Here was Jalen Brunson tonight after the game. Here's what he had to say, man. Let's listen to it.
It seemed like you guys were running in mud there for a little while. They were playing such physical basketball in that third quarter. What turned it around? It was a massive turnaround.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. A fire got lit, and I found a way to make a couple shots, and then turn that some defense into some good offense, and from there on, it was obviously we found a way.
Jalen, for me, it always feels like you're in control of every possession. They were very aggressive with you, double teaming. How do you know when it's time, you know what, to just go, I'm going to take over scoring-wise. I'm going to put my scoring hat on, and you guys just follow me?
It's different in every situation, and you got to read the game. And once I saw one go in, I had another good look, and then I knew it was time to go. And they found a way to keep making shots, and yeah, guys, we got the lead, and then from that point on, we just played well with the lead.
Have you noticed a huge difference in how you're being defended this year?
A little bit. It's different. It's different every other night. You got to give them credit, but I got to stay focused and knowing that it's not always going to be the same, and so I can't get frustrated or think it's going to be the same. I think it's going to be easy, and I got to have the same mindset every single night, knowing that I got to find ways to get my teammates involved and still be aggressive.
As the captain, how do you feel where you guys are at right now, and what do you think is the next step and where you guys can go? Because it seems like the court's open, the space is there, and things are flowing and clicking, finding ways to win, even on not nights like tonight. How do you feel where you guys are at?
I mean, there's always still room for improvement, but I think we're in a good space. We're finding ways to win. We're learning how to block out a lot of things, and most importantly, we're sticking together. I think through thick and thin, no matter what's going on, wins or losses, we stick together, we're going to continue to get better.
MVP chance on the road, another terrific road win.
MVP chance on the road. But Brunson talked about reading the game. Reading the game. And as far as, when to turn it on and when to get others involved. Like this was a game where he had to be the guy because that Pelicans defense, they were shutting everybody down. And especially in the second quarter with that zone. I thought their zone was very impressive because especially over the course of the year when the Knicks have seen zone, they've typically done a decent job in terms of executing out of it. They'll typically run like an OG through the middle and then have OG attack the paint. But this time, when they were doing that, the Pelicans were fronting OG. They had a guy fronting him and a guy behind him. And then that guy would run to the weak side to check the three-point shooter. So they were just scrambling all over the place, especially on the defensive end. And I thought the Pelicans did a good job of kind of just throwing the Knicks off their rhythm there. But that's when JB comes into play, man. 13 points in that third quarter. Absolutely sensational. He was throwing the three-point celly up. Incredible night, man. That's what Steph calls the shooter's bounce, right? That's what me and Steph been talking about all year, man. Steph Marbury. That shooter's bounce, you saw it in that third quarter. He had it, man. JB had it, and it's a beautiful thing to see when a scorer gets into their zone like that because there's really nothing you can do about it. Sit there and watch, and that's what the Pelicans did. And so Jalen Brunson, 39 points on the night. And then when he was asked about how teams are covering him, he's a marked man this year. Last year he was, but this year even more so. There's not a team in the league that's not putting their best wing on Jalen Brunson. Not a team in the league. And I got to go back to that. I want to go back to that Dallas series when he really broke out and see how the Utah Jazz put on Brunson during that time. If they put another guard on him or they put a bigger wing on him. I got to see how they played him, especially after the first two games where he kind of broke out. Or was it game 2 and game 3? But now, that is standard. That is standard. You are getting our best wing defenders to try to slow you down. He's a marked man, and his adjustment was, cook. Simple and plain. Great job by Jalen Brunson. I got to hear from my guy, Rambo. Rambo from Tampa. Let's go.
Man, listen, they was trying to keep me out last game, man. They really didn't want to hear from me, man.
Yeah, what happened, man? We were trying to connect. I don't know what happened to you on the Discord.
Man, I don't know what was going on, man. Maybe they knew I was trying to give Brunson his flowers, but it wasn't that. It wasn't the right night. It was tonight that he needed to get them. Okay. I was trying to give it to him last game.
Yeah.
Because even though he scored like 14 points and whatnot, I feel like he's such a stabilizer for this team, man. He gives his team whatever they need on any given night, man. He is a definition of a leader, a captain, and be all of the above, man. He really went out there and did his thing tonight, man. Salute to him, bro. Salute to everybody out there balling right now, man.
Yeah,
I'm loving seeing this. You know, the adjustment they made after halftime, man, I was just watching them and how they went to switching on defense, and you could tell the communication was better. You could tell, like, Tibbs kind of really ripped them one. It was like, yo, what are you guys doing out here? So I love to see it. Man. And then I couldn't even get my comment in for last game, man. I'm like, I'm still tight about that. Because, you know, pressure started, and, you know, that's how I started this year, talking about putting Hart on the bench.
Yes.
I wanted to touch on all that, but I'm not even going to touch on all that, man. I just hope that Tibbs, you know, really just keep going with the adjustments, man. You know, I'm not going to lie, the first half of this game, I was kind of with everybody else a little sweating. I was a little nervous, man. I was really looking at us getting out rebound. I'm like, golly, man, can we have somebody else besides just Cat and Hart out there rebounding? Nobody else crashing the boards. I was looking at Hart, and he got everybody, you know, 2-3 inches above him. Just give me that offensive rebound. I'm like, man, I need to see another big man out there with Cat or with Sims or with Precious. It's like it was either those three, and they in there by themselves, and it was kind of trippy, man. But shout out to JB, man. Shout out to everybody out there that came out of MS. I mean, excuse me, I'm gonna call it MSG. I forgot we was playing away. Yeah, because it's crazy out there, man. It's crazy out there. Everywhere we go, they already know.
Putting money on the other team's books. Some respect on our name, man. You know.
Stop it. But salute to you guys, man. We got another game Monday. Remember, December is all month. Then we on Disney Plus with Mickey Mouse. Come on, man.
It's looking up, man. It's looking up, man.
For sure, man. But salute to you guys, man. I'm going to catch y'all on Monday, man. We out.
Rambo, salute to you, man. Salute to my guy Rambo from Tampa.